afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you're watching this video. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for watching my videos, liking, commenting. I so appreciate it. And to my new subscribers, welcome. Check out my playlists. I've got a lot of shorts. I've got a lot of tutorials and live streams. Connect with us on social. Mondays and Fridays we have a social live stream. Yarn and crochet lovers meet up, and from the comfort of your own home you can be watching us, joining in the chat even. Okay, let's get to today's project, which is a Scrappy Granny Square blanket. I love the look of this. And where did I get the idea? Not hard to see where I got it. This is a true Scrappy Granny Square blanket that is older than I am. And it hung all the years that I can remember over my Oma's Singer sewing machine. So I have loved it, and now it's mine. And she passed away in 2009, long time ago, but now it's mine. And at last I have made my own truly scrappy, same color Granny Square blanket. Now if I say true scrappy blanket, what I mean is not one square is the same, because really I did use scraps to make it. And I did not use the production method, which is, I needed to make 100 squares, 10 by 10, or you can make 9 by 11, which is 99 squares. And I made them all 5 rounds, and round 6 is the binding color. This is all double knit, by the way, 3 weight for those of you in the US. And yes, so I give you how much yarn I used for the 5 squares, 5 round squares, if you're not using scrap and you want to go and buy and make something. So then you know how much I used. Then for the pink, which is my binding color, I tell you how much you need in 3 weight if you are making also a blanket in 3 weight. And for the border, which I just love, which is this ruffle, beautiful ruffle border. I love this ruffle or frill. I just think it rounds it off beautifully. So anyway, this fits beautifully over my daughter's 3/4 bed. It's a very nice size. Even if you want to watch television, this is a good size. 1, maybe 2 people will fit under it if they snuggle close. Anyway, so let's get down to the tutorial. There'll be timestamps, of course, and at the end I always put a slideshow with photographs so you can go and have a closer look at this. I nearly forget to mention is that on the wrong side of this blanket we used the single crochet joining method. So let me just do this. And that means that even on the wrong side, this looks good, right? This is looking good even on the wrong side. But I wanted the flat look, which is the same as this blanket. This was done in a join as you go and thin yarn, 4-ply, or which is a 2 weight. So I didn't want it that thin. Anyway, so this is a 3 weight, and I used this joining method, the single crochet. I think it's a very sturdy join and it really lasts. Okay, but if you turn it over, this is, I have made blankets where I use the single crochet method as a feature on the blanket on the right side. But in this blanket, no, we use it on the wrong side. Anyway, so there we go. I love it. And what else do I need to tell you? I tell you everything that you need and how much yarn you need. Your binding color might be a different color. So whatever I used for the pink, how much is how much you will use for your binding color. So I can't wait to see what yours will look like. And I have timestamps at the bottom of the video. So if you can do a granny square, skip. But if you're a beginner, you want to try this out, by all means, follow the instructions. And I hope you enjoy it. And yes, if you do, leave a comment and give us a like. I would really appreciate that. So let's get going and start making our blanket.
So I'm going to use this. This is not a lot of yarn, so I'm going to use this for the first round. Let me just put this one side here so we can just keep on referring to this. That's my first round. It is navy blue. That's the round we are going to make. I'm going to make a slip knot on the hook the way that I know how to do it. And if you know of another way, you'd make it the way that you are used to making it. I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to do a slip stitch in the first chain to form a ring. Then I'm going to chain 5. 3 chains will be my double crochet, a fake double crochet, a stand-in double crochet, however you would like to call it. Then I'm going to chain 2, which will be my corner space. So that's a total of 5. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to make a double crochet in that ring. Bring some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2 of the loops, yarn over, pull through 2 of the loops. Yarn over into the ring, bring some yarn up, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, yarn over, go in that ring, bring some yarn up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. There we go. I've got the first 3 double crochets. It's called a double crochet, if I didn't say that. Chain 2 for the corner space. There we go. Turn, and in that same ring, and I'm holding the straggler end, I'm going to make 3 double crochets, another 3 double crochets, just like that. Beautiful. Yarn over, go through, pull up some yarn, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And I have my 3 double crochets on the hook, not on the hook, done. Chain 2, which is my next corner space, yarn over into the same center. I'm going to pull up some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. First double crochet finished, yarn over, bring up some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go through, pull up some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and my next 3 double crochet cluster is done. Now I'm going to make 2 chains. Now what you can see here is I need 3 double crochets. I already have a fake double crochet, so I only need another 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, and a second double crochet in the same center loop. Now I have to connect here. So I count always the process of elimination. This is the top of my double crochet, chain 1, chain 2 for the corner. That must be my third chain, like that. That is how you do your first round. Now I will have to change color. So I do a yarn over, pull through, and secure. I like to secure it so that I know that it's not going to come undone. And as we went, I held the straggler end, so you can see it's under all those stitches, so it is actually worked in. So you can go ahead and snip at least one end off that you don't have to work in. Now pick any other corner, and we're going to start in another corner with another color. Let's pick this lovely opposite. You know, I like to do contrast, contrast all the way. And we are going to make this light blue round. And I make a slip knot on my hook. I just pick an opposing corner, and I'm going to do a single crochet, which is put my hook through the corner, bring up some yarn, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. That is a single crochet. Chain 2, that will be my fake double crochet. Now I'm going to do a chain 2, which is my corner space, and I'm going to do 3 double crochets right here in that corner space. So 1 double crochet, yarn over, go through, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go and grab some yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now I'm going to chain 1, because I need to jump to the next corner and create a corner. I need to create a corner in that corner. See, this is what we've done. We've done 1 double crochet, a chain 2, and we've done a 3 double crochet cluster. We've made a chain 1. Now we jump into that corner and we make 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets, all in that one corner. So I've done my chain 1. In that corner I am working 3 double crochets, 1 and 2 and 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. There we go. 2 and 3. Now I have to do the same thing, right? I'm going to chain 1, jump to this corner, and I'm going to keep the straggler end just so that I work over it. Yarn over into that corner. I'm making 3 double crochets, 1 and 2 and 3 double crochets. chain 2, and another 3 double crochets in the same corner. There we go. Beautiful corner. We are making good progress. Chain 1, yarn over. I'm dropping the straggler end now. Yarn over, and I am making 3. I made a chain 1, and I'm making 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Just like that. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So there's my first double crochet, second double crochet, and my third double crochet. Chain 1. Now we have already our fake double crochet there, the single crochet and a chain 2. So I only need to add 2 double crochets. So that's what I'm going to do. Yarn over, in that 2 chain space, I'm adding 1 double crochet and a second double crochet. And as I did before, with the process of elimination, this is my double crochet, chain 1, chain 2, that is my third double crochet, third chain, and I will slip stitch just to connect. There we go, snip, yarn over, pull through and secure. So we have finished this light blue. Now I'm only going to do that green round with you, and as you can see it is then the same thereafter. So I'm going to be using, is this too light? I wonder if this is a creamy, wait, let me use this one rather. This one is better on the camera, I don't want it to blow out. There we go. I am making a slip knot on my hook. You'll be making many of these throughout this blanket. And for round 3, pick an opposite this where we stopped. Pick any other corner, you know, I'm going for the opposite corner. In that corner 2 chain space, I am making a single crochet. So I've grabbed some yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on the hook. And chain 2, that will be my fake double crochet. And then I'm going to chain 2, which will be my chain 2 corner space. Then I'm going to make 3 double crochets in the corner, just like we've done before. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm going to chain 1 to get to the 1 chain space there. And I'm going to work 3 double crochets, or a 3 double crochet cluster as I refer to it, in that 1 chain space. There you go. Beautiful. And chain 1. In the next 2 chain space, in the corner space, we are making a corner, which is your 3 double crochet, chain 2 and a 3 double crochet. There we go. 3 double crochet, 1 and 2 chains, and 3 double crochet. 1 and 2 and 3. So now you're going to do the same right around. You're going to do a chain 1. You're going to work 3 double crochets into that 1 chain space. Chain 1, work a corner like we did here, 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets in the corner. Right around, you're going to do what we've done here, and I will see you at the end here. So I've gone around and I have come up to the last bit. So what I'm going to do here is what we've done before. I make 2 double crochets because I need 3, and I've already got 1 fake double crochet, as I call it. So I've put in 2 double crochets. So there's my double crochet, chain 1, chain 2, and that must be the top of my fake double crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2 because it's just a slip stitch to connect. Beautiful, and snip. Yarn over, pull through, and secure. Beautiful, that is 3 rounds. This is our 3 round granny square, but now the rounds that we need is 5 rounds. So that is 1, 2, 3. We are on the green round here. So this square on the right is the same as the square ending on the green round. So you have to add row 4 and row 5. So you're going to start in any corner. Pick a corner where you're going to start your next color, and you're going to work exactly like we did here. You're going to make, in that corner, you're going to make a fake double crochet, chain 2, another 3 double crochets, chain 1, another 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, chain 1, in the chain 1 space, another 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and in your chain 2 corner space, you're going to work a corner which will always be 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And you're just going to continue another 2 rounds. Exactly what we've been doing here. Round 3 is the round that you will be continuing until you have the amount of rounds that you want for your blanket. But for this tutorial, you need 5 rounds. There you go. You need to go and add another 2 rounds. Then, in the same manner that you have your 5th round, you are going to make round 6, which will be your binding round. That is the last round of your square in the binding color. And in my case, the color I chose is this beautiful hot pink. It's called Tiger Cerise, and I'm using Charity double knit. And now for the binding color, I did not use scraps. I went to buy yarn because I wanted it to be the specific color. Let me just show you a few of the scrap granny squares so you can get an idea. This is what mine looks like. I absolutely love it. Not one of them are the same. Why not? Because I did not use what I call production method. Production method is where you do, say, 20 of the first round. Put it aside. Then do 20 in another color. And that's how you do it. After that, you continue like that. This is not done this way. This is done in scrap method, which is you simply take each square, you do your 5 rounds complete. Then you take the next square, you take the scraps you have, and you make 5 rounds. Because sometimes you can see here, this might not be enough to make round 5. That round 5. So if I don't have enough, it has happened, then I see I come to this side, I still need a whole side. I will pull it out and I will take a bigger ball of yarn, any bigger one, and say, okay, this looks like it will be enough to do round 5, and then I do round 5. So that is the scrap method, and that is what I use to make this blanket. So you go up to round 5 in your scrap colors. Then once you have your 100 squares, which is what you need, you go and you just make 100 of those squares. Then you take it, and with your binding color, you are going to make round 6. Now what I've done is, what you can do is, I have made my 100 squares, right? I've completed my 100 squares. Then I actually started on just with this one color in my hand, and I started making my 100 times row 6. So it will look like, let me put this out of the way. It looks like this. Can I move the camera? It looks like this. There is my next round. So I sat down and I did all of round 6, just round 6, just putting round 6 around a square. As you can see, all the squares are different, and that is what I love about it. It's a true scrappy blanket, and that is the look I wanted. I am in love with this blanket. Anyway, so that is what you're going to do. I need to complete these few squares still, do the pink round, and then we will meet up where I show you how I'm going to bind these squares together, which method. I want to do the crochet method, crochet it together, but I want it to be really lovely and flat, and then we are going to do a border. So I have completed my 100 squares, and I have worked in the ends. This is the wrong side. The right side is facing down. Now I've laid out my 100 squares. Actually, I still need to lay out one more row, but as you can see, I'm already off this 3/4 bed. So we are now going to do the next step, which is to connect the squares, crochet them together. So I'm going to take some of these squares and move to the table, and then we are going to start connecting. There we go. So this is my row 1, row 2. I have laid out on the bed 10 squares horizontal and 10 squares vertical. So this blanket is going to be 10 by 10 squares. Now if you had made it 9 squares by 11 squares, it would be more of a rectangle, but I want my blanket to be square. So now we're going to start joining. I just want to say, I think I should use a different color because the pink might blow out, and I want you to be able to see how we're going to join. I'm going to use the single crochet joining method. All the ends on my square is worked in except the one on every end, the very last one, and the reason for that is that I'm simply going to crochet it in as we go, because I'm using the same color, the pink, to crochet the squares together to really bind them now. And all the squares are facing down because I'm using this method on the wrong side in this tutorial. You can use it on the right side. I have used it on the right side in other tutorials as a feature. In this blanket, I don't want it as a feature. I want it to be on the wrong side because I want the right side to be flat, totally flat. And it's a very sturdy way of connecting squares. So I take my first 2 squares. There's my chain 2 gap in the corner, and there is my chain 2 gap in the corner, and I'm simply going to I make a slip knot on my hook, and I'm simply putting my hook in that 2 chain space and making a single crochet. Now I'm going to go work into the first double crochet, the top of the first double crochet and the top of the first double crochet, like that, and then pull some yarn through, yarn over, and I finish my single crochet. Second chain, second, not second chain, the top of the second double crochets. Just see that everything lines up like that. Yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through. And the third double crochet, top of the third double crochet, there's the top of the third double crochet. They are corresponding opposite each other, and yarn over, pull through. And into the 1 chain space, into the 1 chain space, yarn over, pull through, and I'm simply going to make a single crochet to connect. And again, my next 3 double crochet cluster, top of the first double crochet and the top of that first double crochet, simply connecting with a single crochet. And I pick out my stitch. There's the V. I go through both, you can see both loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, single crochet is complete, third double crochet, top of the third double crochet, corresponding, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That is what it's starting to look like. And into the 1 chain space, into the 1 chain space. Wait, see, I just want it to be neat, like that. So I'm just continuing like that. Let me just show you what you need to make sure of is that it's corresponding. So the 1 chain, there's a 2 chain space. The 1 chain faces this way and the 1 chain faces the opposite square. Same in this corner. 1 chain faces outward, 1 chain faces the opposite square. So in that 2 chain space, I connect the top of each of the next 3 double crochets. I connect the next 1 double crochet. I connect. Everything must just be corresponding, right? This is, and let me show you. Now this will be the right side, and this where you see green will be pink. So it's going to be absolutely flat and sturdy. This is what the right side will look like. But I have just done it in a contrasting color for your benefit, because the pink is very bright and really wants to blow out. Okay, so we're going to continue like this. I'm going to continue to the end here, and then we meet there again. There we go. I am going to do the last. There's my 2 chain space, and there is the opposite 2 chain space. And I'm going through both, making a single crochet. Now I'm going to jump to the next 2 squares, pick them up like this, and hold them, and there we go. Now you can hold this together, but at this point I don't want to do it because I want to make sure you see what should be crocheted together. So I'm going into this 2 chain space and into the opposite 2 chain space, and I'm pulling it nice and tight, making a single crochet, making sure it's tight. 1 there, the first double crochet top, and the first top of the first double crochet on this side. We're just going to continue what we've been doing. Put my hook through, put my hook through. I've got the 2 V's on my hook. There we go. The 3rd double crochet and the 3rd double crochet. Yarn over. There we go. Pull through, yarn over and pull through. That's my single crochet. Let me show you what it looks like. This is, of course, if you decide you like this as a feature and you want to connect it on the right side, you're welcome to do so. I mean, you're welcome to change this any way that you like. This is what it looks like. See if I can zoom in. This is what it looks like. Right. So now we're going to, once we've finished with this row and this row connecting the 10 squares and the 10 squares, we're going to do the next row like this. There, work it horizontally. So this is going to be not fixed to this. So if you pull it up, that would be open. When we're finished with all the horizontal rows, we will do the vertical rows, the rows that are vertical at this moment. But what I want to show you as well, what I'm going to show you now is what you do when you, well, I want to show you what you do when you do it this way. When you do it this way, let me zoom out a bit. When you do it this way, but what I'm going to do is what I would like you to do next, which is take all your squares and do this connection. Complete this connection all the way on the first row, the second row up to the last row. Then we take the blanket and we turn the blanket and we work from this side over. So what I'm going to show you now is how when you get here, what you do here. Right? So I'm going to just finish this one square here, and then I'm going to show you how to connect. This will be the same, and I'm going to show you what you do when you get here. There. So I've connected these it's 4 squares together like this. As if, imagine this is the 10 squares together. When you get to the last one, you're going to end off the same way we've ended off every single round we've done up to now. Now I'm going to turn, and I'm going to start exactly the way we started, up to there, and then I meet you there. Okay, so I'm coming up to that. So let me just zoom in a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. Like that. And that is the top of that. All I'm doing is seeing that they are opposite each other and making a single crochet, and the second double crochet tops connected together, the third and the third double crochet. And now if you're not sure, just go and make sure that your hook goes into the correct space, like that, right? Can you see that here, how easily I could have made the mistake? I need 2. It's like a V. I need 2 on the hook, and I had only 1. And there I also need the 2 on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the hook, and making my single crochet. There is the 1 chain space going through and through. Grab yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And I am going to jump over to the next 1 chain space, keeping the yarn tension right, must be tight. And there's the one chain space. I felt for it to see where it was. Through both, yarn over, just keep everything nice and tight. Yarn over, pull through both. The first double crochet top, and see that you have both the V shape and the top of the first double crochet in the opposite corresponding square. Yarn over, and that's simply how you do it. You can chain one and then jump over, but I don't want that space. I want it to be nice and tight, like this. There you go. And that one, and then I'm going to turn it over because this is still the wrong side, and I need to show you what it looks like on the right side. There we go. This goes much faster on the lap, slower on this table, obviously. There we go. And I'm just going to stop here for the moment, pull this out, and show you what this looks like. This is the wrong side. All right, let me just come out a bit. There we go. Now let's turn this over to see what it will look like on the right side. To see the beautiful, neat stitches that it makes. Beautiful and neat. There we go. You can clearly see what needs to be done. Let's see if I bring it in like this. There we go. Beautiful. So that's what we're going to do. Turn it over. Continue on the wrong side. So I'm going to now pull this out because I'm going to do it in pink. I don't want it in green. This was just to show you. I want this done in pink. So you're going to do exactly what I did now. And you're going to first connect these, all of them. And then obviously you'll see that these are still open. Then you turn your blanket on your lap and you do these, which this is the horizontal rows and that's vertical. But once you turn it, this becomes vertical and this horizontal. And you work again from the right to the left, connecting them all. And then I see you once you've connected all 100 squares. Let me share with you what I've been doing in the pink. I know I've showed you in the green because it was a contrast color. But in the pink, what I did is I'm working in these ends, you know, these ends. Every square has a pink end. And I said, as we go, we're working it in. That's what I'm doing. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm literally just doing what I showed you to do while this end is lying on the top. And I'm going over and doing my single crochet. And it's working it in as I go. Like that. And then at one point, when I've got only a little bit sticking out, I now do it like this. And I go this side of that end so that it's going to stick up and I can just snip it off with the scissors. And this is how it's coming along. So I'm doing the entire blanket now in pink. Exactly the way I showed you how to do it in the green. This is how it's coming out. Now let me just show you like that. And then when I just grab the next square, I hold that end this way, and I'm going to work it in exactly like that. So what I'm ending up with is these little bits on every one, which is great because it's worked in. And as you can see there, this is the vertical, when I'm tackling the vertical, how do you say, when this is the horizontal lines, let's call it a line, where I connect all the squares horizontally. And then once I've done every row, I will tackle and crochet these vertical ones. So I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you're enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying. I'll show you when I start with the vertical ones, how I do that. So I have done the horizontal lines. Maybe I should stand like this, the horizontal lines. And these are the little bits that I've worked in that I will now snip off. You can see them all the way standing up. And now I'm going to do the vertical lines. But obviously I'll be turning like this and starting here and just doing row 1, row 2, but now they will be the horizontal lines. But I love the way it is looking already, so can't wait until the horizontal lines or vertical lines are also done. It's a nice size. Okay, let me show you. This is, you can see the wrong side here. I think the pink literally just wants to blow out. You can see this is the wrong side. There. Now I've laid it out on the bed and you can see how lovely and flat it is. I've got a few ends to work in, but that we're going to work in as we start on the border. And I think it's looking beautiful. So let's go to the table. There we go. So this is the finished product, and I know that the pink wants to blow out. And what we're going to do now is work one round of pink around this entire blanket, because you can see between the two squares there is like a double, let's say double row of pink, but around there is only one round of pink, which means I don't want it to be, how do you say, I want it to be balanced. So this is the wrong side. Let me just show you again that we've been showing all this time is the wrong side. And it's been beautifully worked in all the ends. Hope yours is also done. Here is just a few ends left, but I will work those in as I go. So there we go, and let's get ready. So you make a slip knot like we've made many times before, like that. And you can start in a corner like this. And you're going to start like you've done in all the other corners. Make a single crochet, chain 2, which will be your fake double crochet, chain 2 for a corner space, and work your 3 double crochets in the corner for this border. Well, this is not, let's say this is ending off the blanket. Chain 1. Let's not say this is the border yet, because it is not the border yet. It's this end of the blanket. Ooh, and we have yarn barf. This is the end of the blanket. So chain 1, in the next chain 1 space, I'm going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, in the next chain 1 space, work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm going to do it, and then I'll see you here where the two squares connect. There we go. Start there. Now here we are going to work. I've chained one in this one chain, well, the corner, 2 chain corner space. We are going to work a double crochet, and then the second double crochet we are going to start, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through 2 but not finish, yarn over, go to the next chain 1 space, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and now I have 3 stitches on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all, and then yarn over and just make 1 double crochet in that corner chain space, and I'm going to chain 1. So what I have is that 1, 2, 3, I've got 3 stitches, which is what I have when I make a 3 double crochet cluster. But I have 4 little posts, which is what I want, because I don't want a big gaping hole there. So that's working, I prefer that look that it gives you. Okay, so that's what I want you to do every time you get to a point where 2 squares meet. You work 1 double crochet, and then it's the same as working a decrease. You work a second double crochet, not finishing the last step, and another double crochet, not finishing the last step, 3 on the hook, pull through all 3 and make a third double crochet. Exactly what we have done here. So I'm going to just continue and work normal 3 double crochet clusters up to the next square, like this, and I will meet you there. Let me do that one more time with you. There we go. We've done the one, and now we want to I just want to do another one with you. You make a double crochet, work a double crochet, and then yarn over, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's where you stop. Then start another double crochet, yarn over, go through, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and you have 3 stitches on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that one is working a decrease. That's how you work a decrease. Then you make another double crochet here in that corner space, and it's as if you count the top, it's 1, 2, 3 stitches, but if you look at the posts, you actually have 4 posts, and that's what you want. Now, why I say this is not the border but the end of the blanket is because after this round you can stop and say, I have finished with my blanket. I don't want to do anything more than what I have here, because it's looking good, it's looking balanced. There is 2 rows of pink here and there's 2 rows of pink there. This is fine. You can decide to put 3 rows of single crochet around the entire blanket after this. That would also be well rounded off. But that is not what I'm going to do. So that's why I say this is the end of the blanket, but not yet the start of the border, because we're going to put a beautiful border around this blanket. So continue working like this. Every time you get to the connection between 2 squares, you're going to work like we've done here and like we've done here. A double crochet, a decrease, and a double crochet, so that you have 3 stitches. And then I see you when I get to the end. There we go. I've come around all the way, and I am making my 2 double crochets, and my third fake double crochet is already there, and in the top of my 3 double crochets I go by process of elimination, so that's my top of that double crochet, 1 2 chains, that's my 3rd chain. And I've already cut my yarn, so I'm just going to yarn over and pull through and secure. There you go, that's the end. The entire border is, no, my apologies for knocking the camera. The entire end, the entire border of, not border, the second round. You see how it's balanced now? There's 2 rounds and 2 rounds, and now you see those 2 rounds. Now we are ready to start the border. Let me just get my yarn ready. For the border we are using the same double knit, but the color, let me just see what they call this color. Charity, is there a color? Let me see what the color name is on this one. It's called Watermelon, number 205, Watermelon. Now, that's the right color. It is like a peach, just the right color of peach that I wanted as a border for this blanket. You can take any color. I know my mom saw the color that I chose for this blanket and for the border, and she said, not in a million years would she have chosen this color for the border. Well, you are free to choose any color for your border. Make a slip knot on your hook, right? And you can start in this corner. I've got the whole blanket on my lap, so I'm not going to choose another corner. So I'm just going to start in this corner. Just start in the one before the corner, right? Like this. There you go. A single crochet in the chain 1 space. Then I'm going to make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, not single crochets, chains. 3 chains. In the corner, I'm going to make a single crochet, 3 chains in my corner, 1, 2, 3, and in the same corner space, I'm making another single crochet. So that will be my corner space right there. Okay, so 3 chains, 1, 2, 3 chains, and in the 1 chain space, a single crochet. 1, 2, 3 chains, in the 1 chain space, a single crochet. 1, 2, 3 chains, in the next chain 1 space, a single crochet. And I'm going to do this right around and meet you back here. I've come to the end, and I'm going to slip stitch into that single crochet just like that, and I'm going to hop into this 3 chain space like that and make a single crochet, 1, 2 chains, there we go, and that is my fake double crochet. And I'm going to work another 3 double crochets in that same 3 chain space, 1, 2, and 3. So that is a total of 4 double crochets. Now I'm going to chain 1, and in that corner I'm going to work 4, there we go, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 double crochets, chain 1. So our blanket will have like a rounded edge, not a sharp square edge. In the next chain 3 space, I do the same. And that's what you're going to do right around this blanket. 4 double crochets in the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3 double crochets and a 4th double crochet and a chain 1. Beautiful. In the next 3 chain space, again 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 double crochets and a 4th double crochet. Chain 1. And so you're going to continue around the entire blanket. I'll meet you back here. Okay, I've gone right around and now just chain 1, connect to the top of that fake double crochet with a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which will be a fake double crochet, and in that same stitch you need to do another double crochet because we're going to work 2 double crochets in each stitch. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets, there we go, 1 and 2. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and in the next stitch 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and chain 2, 1, 2. Now you're going to do the same here. That's 4 double crochets, 2 double crochets in the top of each double crochet, and a chain 2. So this is what it's going to look like. Let me just quickly do this one with you. 2 double crochet in the top of the next double crochet, 1, 2 double crochet in the top of the next double crochet, 1, 2 double crochets in the top of the next double crochet, the last one, 2 double crochets, and then you make 2 chains, 1 and 2. So you end up with 8 stitches. Where you had 4, you now have 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Continue right around and I will see you where we meet up. I've come to the end of this round. Now I'm going to chain 2, and in the top of the chain 3, which is my fake double crochet, I make a slip stitch, and I'm going to 1, 2, 3 chains, which is a fake double crochet. And what we're going to do is not repeat row 2, but we're not going to expand more. So what we do is we work 1 double crochet in each stitch. So we're not going to make more of a frill in row 3 than we've done up to now. Like that, 1 double crochet in each stitch, like that. There we go. And chain 2. So I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets, chain 2. Now on top of these, I make 1 double crochet on top of each one. Just like that. So you're just going to work what you see. A double crochet on top of each double crochet. Like this. Because I don't want to add more frill, but I want to add length to the frill. Like this. One double crochet in each double crochet. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. And then I'm going to chain 2, and in the next one you're just going to do the same. So you're literally just going to repeat, not repeat, I want to say repeat, but we're building on row 2, not expanding, just adding length, like that. Not adding more frill, but we are adding length. So in the row 3 of this, we're going to work a double crochet in each double crochet that you see, chain 2, a double crochet in each double crochet, chain 2. Go right around, and I'll see you here where we started off. There we go. I've reached the end, and I'm making a chain 2 and then a slip stitch in the top of this 3 chains, which is my fake double crochet, and that is the end. I've actually taken this to the bed and just thrown it over the bed to see, do I want to add another row or not? And I really think this is ample. I should not add anything extra. So this is the end of our blanket. You can choose any border that you like, but this is the border that I had in mind when I first thought of this blanket. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this tutorial, I'm going to work in that end, and there's 1 or 2 ends I need to work in. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and I've got many more tutorials and Monday and Friday live streams to connect to other crochet and yarn lovers socially from the comfort of your home. So connect with us, and thank you very much for watching, and give us a like and a comment. Bye.